You may remember for Mother's Day, our next guests were here to show us the latest looks for the ladies and give away Mother's Day makeovers. Now it's the guys' turn. With top trends for dads for Father's Day, we want to welcome Izzazu Salon Spa and Serrata co-owners Gina and Amelia here with 4 looks for the guys and a chance to win a Father's Day makeover for the men in our lives. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Heather. How are you?
Great to be here.
I
Great
am
to see you as always.
excited to learn a little bit because I didn't realize there was so much to men's hairstyling.
Men's grooming. Yeah. Well, you know, it's in. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to wish all the dads a happy Father's
happy
Day.
Father's
Yes.
Including the cats and dog dads.
Cats and
happy
dog
Father's Day, everybody.
To the fur parents.
For the fur parents, exactly. Yeah, and speaking of fur, we have lots of good fur today, but it's all trimmed and whether we use clippers or scissors. But as far as the men's looks today, we're seeing a lot of shorter looks, but we're seeing some disconnection and so forth. So I thought we could start right away with Charlie. And Charlie actually is wearing what we call the modern pomp look. And if you notice with Charlie, if you get up a closer look, if he turns a little bit, notice how he has the sort of the fullness, the top front. But the style here is usually everything would go back. We take it kind of forward, turn to the side a little bit. Just this way. Lisa Trinza did this look, and what's cool about it is it just let it go with the natural flow. Notice how it was clippered up, and then scissor over comb the rest, and then you point cut and go through it, but we leave the top full. So this could go back and full like a classic, or the more modern way is to wear it sort of forward-ish and then take the top and go up like that. And then the other thing too is notice just some soft highlights in the hair.
It's lovely.
So it's kind of a cool way for that. You know, he's a music major and going to Grove City. He's a graduate from Pine Richland. So this is you're sort of going off to college kind of look with his kind of classic.
You call this clean
clothes.
teen. You're not a dad, though, we should say.
Yeah.
No,
yes, yeah, these are looks to be inspired for dad.
Right, well, because he still has a good set, nice set of hair, right?
Yes, and he actually represents, I think, his dad very, very well, to be quite honest with you.
Very nice. And congratulations on graduation and your next year in college.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so up next, what do we have?
We have Brian next, and come on up, Brian. And speaking about dads, Brian is a new dad.
Oh, congratulations!
So, yes, so he has a son. You said Brody,
Yep,
and he's a proud dad. And he's a month old. And the first thing I said is, you know what? How much sleep are you getting?
Well, right, you need an easy hairdo, just like the ladies do, right?
Well, you know what? They need pampered, and today, men need pampered just as much as ladies do. And actually, they're flocking to the salons today. So, so here's what we did here with Brian. We actually, if you can see, is a combination of more of a softer type of approach with his hairstyle. We did the clippers on the side, but not real close, so this isn't a fade. And the other thing that we did, we combined it with some scissor cutting up top. So we have a little bit of a softer approach. This is more of it fits into our classically cool collection. So, as you can see how cool this is. And also notice a couple of things out. The sideburns are really important because those are actually accessories for men.
Oh.
So when you think about...
I told you were going to teach me something.
Well, when you think about accessorizing hairstyles, we think about sideburns, and one of the questions we get in the salon is, where should the sideburns be? So, a lot of times, you could either have them a little bit longer, depending on the bone structure and the shape of face, the composite of the face, okay? So as you can see, this is the part, again, we're going to go back for a classically cool collection, and he's wearing a really great outfit from Laura Mears here, and the jacket, and it's a 2-piece, and you can see how cool that looks on him. Brian, looking pretty good today. Feel good?
Alex,
feel, brother.
Great, thank you.
You look well rested.
Alex,
I'm just going to say that. You look well rested for being a new dad.
I give that credit to my mother-in-law last night. She came in and did the duty.
Good job. There you go. Brownie points.
He knows how to get that again, right? Hey, so next we have, now this is called the disconnect. This is Evan. Now, Evan represents like what I call that athletic look, that cool, and this is a Vince suit that was provided by Larimer's, which is really that modern, comfortable take on an athletic look. But here's what's neat about Evan. This is a nice, clean cut. Now, if you notice, look at the top, how there's some different lines. Megan Wallace did this. And again, this is like where we take a classic clipper and do sort of a disconnect all the way up to the top. But then it's blended ever so well where where you can create little design lines, like see how the line starts here and goes across to the front, and it gives it sort of like its part. But here's a great way to alternate this choice, and this is where you take a disconnect.
And what is that you're using?
And you make it good. And I'm using magical molding putty. Now, putties are key for men or women or anybody with shorter styles, but in this case, you have what we call matte versus high gloss. Gino's going to talk about the high gloss, but matte is great for when you want to just give it some change. So here's a great way to do a quick change. Putty, you can take your putty, and if he wants to, he's ready to go from day to night and he just wants to like change up his look. Here's how you take that very slick look and turn it into something just totally fun and funky and just edgy, and he's ready to go out dancing on the town.
Do you dance, Evan, a little bit? Okay, good.
Do a little break-in, you know, and then the beard
as well.
And that was the other thing. Gino brought up a good point about facial hair. Gentlemen, facial hair is a great way to change and update your looks. This is a very popular look with a disconnect, where you do a really classic tight beard. Notice the line that was created here that Megan did along the face to help cut right into where your cheekbone is. So it really gives it a cool, like real slender, good look. And I think that's looking really good there.
That is looking good. Evan, are you a dad?
That's the disconnect.
You're not a dad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, not yet. Okay.
Thanks, Evan.
Thanks, Evan.
All right.
And lastly, but not least,
we have Abdul. Come on up, my brother. Check him out, ladies. Check him out. Now,
what, is he single? Is that what? Are you like auctioning him off?
Yeah. He's not a dad. He's not a dad.
All right.
And that doesn't want to be a dad for a little while. So, so he's
okay.
But with Abdul, you know, we did the basically the low maintenance power cut, the LMPC. That's what we call it. And what's really great about this cut, it's actually very versatile. So you can see what we did. Look, go ahead and turn to the side there. We use a clipper on the side, and Lauren does a phenomenal job at the salon. Lauren, great work with this haircut, and you know what? He's got amazing hair. So you can see what we did was we basically started with from a 0 to all the way up. We blended in the sideburns, also with the beard as well, and then it goes from 0 to all the way up to, and that's what we call the fade. That's what gives it that really this awesome feel when you're talking about you know, the hairstyle. Also, the top, as you can see what's going on, we combine that with a little bit of scissors on the top. And what's nice about this hairstyle, when we talk about versatility, we usually use a product that, if those of you who have like thicker hair that maybe has a little bit of porosity to it, you want to have something that has a little bit of a gloss feel to it. So we're using the gloss product, and we're gonna put that in our hand just like that, and then we're just gonna go ahead and rake it through. Use your hands, your fingers like a tool. We're going to rake that through, and you can see, just kind of mess it up a little bit. So like Amelia was talking about before, you have a look by day, but by night, you know, come 5 o'clock.
You're a party animal. Look at you.
There it is.
All ready for your auction. Okay, well, thanks, guys. And tell me a little bit about your contest, because I think this is great. You're not neglecting the men here. You're going to give away some makeovers
absolutely.
for them, too.
Yeah, you know, we had so many wonderful people come enter in for Mother's Day. We'd love to have the same thing. We want to do the same thing for the gentlemen.
That's great.
And so we are giving away 3 makeovers for the gentlemen. So go to our website, tell us a little bit of why your father should have a makeover, and we'll definitely look through that, and we'll be picking. Maybe we'll pick more than 3, but we want to at least
starting
get
at 3. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, ladies, enter your husbands. So go ahead, no worries. We'll get them in there. We'll take really good care of them.
And you too could have one of these looks. Maybe not that kind of head of hair, but maybe you could have something like this. Thanks, guys, for coming on.
Thank you.
Nice to be here. Thanks for having us today.
And as we just mentioned, you can win a Father's Day makeover for your husband or your dad from Izzazu. Just go to www.izzazu.com for more information, and you can look for the contest details there on the homepage. Good luck. And you'll find Izzazu in 2 locations, by the way, downtown on 5th Avenue, and coming soon to their new Wexford location, the Penthouse at Fairmont Square.